In this video, we delve into the emotional and psychological responses that people experience when someone they care about disappears from their life. Using Stoic philosophy as a lens, we explore how such a withdrawal impacts those left behind, shedding light on the deeper feelings that arise, ranging from confusion and frustration to growth and self-reflection. Learn how to navigate these situations with a Stoic mindset and maintain inner tranquility amidst emotional upheavals. Have you ever wondered what happens when you simply vanish from someone's life? The feeling of someone disappearing can stir a whirlwind of emotions, especially when there's no explanation. But Stoic philosophy teaches us how to view these situations with a balanced mind and an understanding heart. In today's video, we'll explore 8 profound emotions people feel when you simply disappear, all through the lens of Stoic thought. Number 1. Confusion. The first and most immediate feeling is confusion. When someone vanishes without explanation, those left behind often find themselves lost, asking endless questions: what happened, what went wrong? Stoicism encourages us to seek clarity within ourselves rather than in the unpredictable actions of others. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this topic, we dive deep into the concept of confusion. Why do we feel confused? How can we use confusion as a tool for growth rather than frustration? Join us as we explore the psychology behind confusion, practical ways to manage it, and how to turn uncertainty into clarity. If you're feeling lost or overwhelmed, this video will guide you toward understanding confusion as a natural and even valuable part of life. Have you ever felt lost, unsure, or just plain confused? You're not alone. In fact, confusion is something every one of us experiences, whether it's about big life decisions, everyday choices, or navigating complex ideas. But what if I told you that confusion is not your enemy, but a powerful opportunity for growth? First off, what is confusion? Confusion is that state of mental uncertainty where things feel unclear or don't make sense. It happens when the brain is confronted with conflicting information, or when we struggle to make a decision. But confusion isn't just a random, frustrating experience. It's actually your brain's way of telling you it's processing complex information. So rather than seeing it as a negative, we can see confusion as a sign that we're on the edge of learning something new. Confusion can stem from a few key sources. The first is information overload. We live in a world where we're bombarded with choices, whether it's what career to pursue or which show to binge watch. Our brains are constantly juggling options, and sometimes it feels like too much. Another reason is when our beliefs are challenged. When new information doesn't fit with what we thought we knew, we get confused. But this isn't a bad thing. It's a signal that we might be on the verge of learning something new or gaining a deeper understanding. Now let's talk solutions. The first step in dealing with confusion is to take a break. Give yourself some time and space to let your mind process information. This can be as simple as taking a walk, meditating, or even journaling. Second, clarify your goals. Often confusion arises because we don't know what we really want. Ask yourself, what am I trying to achieve here? What do I want out of this decision? Narrowing down your focus can cut through the fog. Here's something we don't often hear. Confusion is good. It means you're challenging yourself. You're stepping out of your comfort zone, and that's where real growth happens. The next time you feel confused, remind yourself that you're not stuck, you're evolving. Remember, every moment of confusion is an opportunity to learn. Whether you're confused about a career choice, a relationship, or an idea, use that feeling as fuel to dive deeper and seek clarity. Number 2. Hurt. The emotional pain that follows someone's sudden departure can feel like a wound, especially for those who value the connection. When we disappear, it can make people feel unimportant or rejected. Stoicism reminds us, however, that our worth isn't dependent on the opinions or actions of others. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Choose not to be harmed and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed and you haven't been." Hurt is more than just physical pain. Emotional hurt strikes at the core of who we are. It's that sinking feeling of rejection, the deep sorrow of loss, or the overwhelming sense of failure. When we say we're hurt, we mean something inside us has been wounded. But here's the thing, being hurt is part of being human. It's a signal that something in our world is out of balance. It reminds us that we care deeply. And while it may be painful, it also presents an opportunity for self-reflection and ultimately growth. Why do we feel hurt? The reasons are complex, but at the heart of it, pain is often tied to our expectations. When life doesn't go as planned or when people let us down, the gap between what we hope for and what actually happens is what causes hurt. Pain also comes from attachment to outcomes, people, or ideas. When those attachments are threatened or broken, we feel a deep sense of loss. But this doesn't mean we should avoid caring or detach from everything. Instead, it's about learning how to manage these attachments in a healthy way. Now let's get into the healing process. When you're hurt, it can feel like the pain will last forever, but it doesn't have to. The first step is allowing yourself to feel the hurt. Don't suppress it or run away from it. Healing starts with acknowledging that you're in pain. Once you've accepted it, give yourself time. Healing isn't a race. Some people find peace through journaling, others through meditation. And for some, talking to a trusted friend or therapist is key. The important thing is to give yourself permission to heal at your own pace. Here's the most important part. Hurt doesn't have to be the end of the story. It can be the beginning of something new. Many people find that their greatest periods of growth happen after they've experienced pain. Why? Because hurt forces us to look inward, to re-examine our lives, and to find strength we didn't know we had. Number 3. Anger. After the initial hurt, anger often arises. Why do they leave without a word? This resentment can brew beneath the surface. But anger, according to the Stoics, is a destructive emotion. Seneca teaches that anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. Stoicism advises us to rise above anger and focus on what we can control, our own reactions. Anger. It's one of the most intense emotions we experience, and yet it's also one of the most misunderstood. We've all been there moments where our anger seems to take over, leaving us saying or doing things we regret. Where it comes from, and most importantly, how to control it. If you're ready to learn how to stop anger from controlling your life and start using it for growth, then stay with me. Anger is a natural emotional response to perceived threats or injustices. It's a part of our fight or flight mechanism, designed to protect us. When something or someone gets in the way of what we care about, anger flares up. But while anger can be useful in certain situations, like when we need to stand up for ourselves, it can also be destructive if left unchecked. It clouds our judgment, harms our relationships, and often causes more harm than good. Why do we get angry? Anger often comes from a sense of frustration when things don't go the way we want or when we feel disrespected. Sometimes it's rooted in deeper emotions like fear, hurt, or sadness that we haven't dealt with. Think about it. The next time you feel anger rising, ask yourself, what's underneath this? Am I really angry, or am I scared, sad, or feeling out of control? Identifying the root cause of anger can help us address the real issue instead of lashing out. Now let's talk about how to manage anger. The first step is recognizing when you're angry. It sounds simple, but many of us don't realize we're getting angry until we're already in full-blown rage. One technique is to take a pause. This could be as short as counting to 10, stepping away from the situation, or taking a deep breath. In that moment, you regain control and can choose how to respond rather than react. Here's something many people don't realize. Anger can be a force for good. When channeled correctly, it can motivate us to make positive changes in our lives. For example, if you're angry about an injustice, use that anger to fuel action, whether it's through activism, personal boundaries, or improving yourself. The key is to direct your anger towards solutions, not destruction. Instead of letting it consume you, use it to create the life you want. When you learn to master your anger, it becomes a tool for growth, not just a reaction to life's challenges. Number 4. Self-doubt. Self-doubt is something that everyone experiences at some point, whether it's in our personal lives, careers, or even relationships. But how do we overcome these feelings of inadequacy and uncertainty? In this video, we'll explore the root causes of self-doubt, how it affects our mindset and actions, and practical strategies to develop self-confidence. If you're ready to stop second-guessing yourself and start living with confidence, this video is for you. Self-doubt is that inner critic that makes you question your abilities, your decisions, and even your worth. It's the feeling that you're not enough, or that you'll fail no matter what. Everyone experiences self-doubt at some point, but when it becomes constant, it can stop us from reaching our true potential. Self-doubt is normal, but it's important to recognize that it's just a feeling. It's not reality. The problem comes when we start to believe our doubts as if they're facts. But trust me, they're not. So why do we feel self-doubt? It often comes from fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not measuring up. Sometimes it stems from past experiences where we didn't succeed, or from comparing ourselves to others. It's important to understand that self-doubt is often rooted in our own insecurities and the high standards we set for ourselves. The more we compare ourselves to others or fear making mistakes, the more that doubt creeps in. Now, let's get into how to overcome self-doubt. The first step is becoming aware of your negative thoughts. When you notice that voice in your head saying, "I can't," or "I'm not good enough," stop and question it. Journaling is a great way to reflect on these thoughts and challenge them. Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that this thought is true? Often, we'll find that our doubts are based on fear, not fact. The best way to overcome self-doubt is to build confidence through action. Every small step you take toward your goals, even if it's uncomfortable, helps to prove to yourself that you are capable. Start by setting small, achievable goals and celebrate each win. Remember, confidence isn't something that comes overnight. It's built through practice, persistence, and being kind to yourself along the way. The more you act in spite of self-doubt, the weaker that inner critic becomes. Ultimately, overcoming self-doubt comes down to learning to trust yourself. Trust that you're capable, that you're enough, and that you can handle whatever challenges come your way. It's okay to have doubts. They're a part of being human. But remember, you've already overcome so much, and you're more resilient than you think. The next time that voice of self-doubt creeps in, remind yourself of all the things you've already accomplished. You've got this. Number 5. Acceptance. Acceptance is often misunderstood as giving up or being passive, but true acceptance is a powerful tool for growth and inner peace. In this video, we'll explore what acceptance really means, how it differs from resignation, and why it's essential for overcoming life's challenges. Learn how embracing acceptance can free you from unnecessary stress and open the door to personal growth, resilience, and greater fulfillment. Have you ever struggled to accept a situation you can't change? Whether it's a difficult relationship, an unexpected life event, or even something about yourself, resisting reality can create stress, anxiety, and frustration. We're talking about the power of acceptance. We often hear the word acceptance and think it means giving up. But in reality, acceptance is one of the most powerful steps you can take toward peace and personal growth. Stay with me as we break down what true acceptance looks like and how you can start embracing it in your life. Acceptance doesn't mean agreeing with everything that happens or being passive in the face of adversity. It means recognizing reality for what it is without resisting or denying it. When we fight against what's out of our control, we create unnecessary suffering for ourselves. Acceptance is about acknowledging what is without judgment or attachment. It doesn't mean you can't work to change things or improve your situation. It means you approach life with clarity, understanding the difference between what you can and cannot control. Why do we resist acceptance? Often, it comes from a fear of losing control. We want life to go a certain way, and when it doesn't, we resist. Sometimes it's about avoiding uncomfortable emotions like disappointment, grief, or anger. It's natural to want to resist situations that cause us pain, but ironically, the more we resist, the more we suffer. Acceptance allows us to process those emotions, letting us move forward with a clearer mind and a lighter heart. There's an important distinction between acceptance and resignation. Resignation is giving up, feeling powerless to change your circumstances. Acceptance, on the other hand, is about seeing things as they are, while still maintaining hope and taking action where you can. When you accept something, it doesn't mean you stop trying to make things better. It means you stop fighting against reality and start working with it. This mindset shift allows you to conserve energy, focus on solutions, and ultimately grow stronger. So how can we practice acceptance in our daily lives? One way is through mindfulness. Being present with your thoughts and emotions allows you to observe them without getting caught up in them. Another powerful tool is journaling. Writing down what you're feeling can help you process and release resistance. Acceptance doesn't happen overnight. It's a process of daily practice. Start small. Notice when you're resisting something and take a moment to breathe. Ask yourself, what am I trying to control? What would it feel like to let go of that resistance? When we embrace acceptance, we open ourselves up to growth. Instead of wasting energy on what we can't change, we focus on what we can control, our actions, our mindset, and our response to challenges. Acceptance allows us to learn from our experiences and become more resilient. The beauty of acceptance is that it brings peace, not only to your mind but also to your heart. It frees you from the burden of fighting the inevitable and empowers you to grow into the best version of yourself. Number 6. Reflection. Reflection is more than just thinking about the past. It's a critical tool for personal growth and self-awareness. In this video, we'll explore how intentional reflection can help you learn from your experiences, gain clarity about your values, and shape a more intentional future. We'll walk through practical steps for incorporating reflection into your daily life and how it can lead to transformation, both personally and professionally. Reflection is the process of thinking deeply about our experiences, past, present, and future. It's a way of making meaning out of what we go through, allowing us to connect the dots between our actions, thoughts, and emotions. At its core, reflection is about learning from life's moments, both big and small. It's not just about reliving the past, but about extracting lessons from it, so we can make better decisions in the future. So, why is reflection important? When we take the time to reflect, we gain insight into our behaviors, motivations, and feelings. It gives us the space to assess what's working, what isn't, and why. Without reflection, we risk moving through life on autopilot, repeating patterns that don't serve us. Reflection is how we grow. It helps us understand ourselves better, giving us the clarity we need to make intentional choices. It's the difference between reacting to life and responding with awareness and purpose. There are many ways to practice reflection, and it's important to find what works best for you. Some prefer to journal, writing down their thoughts and feelings. Others find value in quiet meditation or talking through their experiences with a trusted friend or mentor. Reflection doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as taking a few minutes at the end of each day to ask yourself, what went well? What could have gone better? What did I learn today? To experience the benefits of reflection, it's important to make it a regular habit. Start small. Maybe it's 5 minutes in the morning or a weekly review of your goals. The key is consistency. Regular reflection leads to deeper insights and long-term growth. Here are a few ways to start. Set aside time each day, even if it's just a few minutes. Ask yourself reflective questions, like, what am I grateful for? What challenges did I face, and how did I respond? What can I do differently tomorrow? Reflection allows us to connect with our inner selves. When we reflect on our experiences, we gain perspective, and that perspective becomes the foundation for change and growth. It helps us align our actions with our values and see the bigger picture of our lives. The impact of reflection on personal growth is profound. When we understand ourselves better, we make better choices. We become more intentional with our time, energy, and relationships. Reflection empowers us to take ownership of our lives. Number 7, growth. From reflection comes growth. Many use this moment as an opportunity to develop greater emotional strength and independence. Stoicism views challenges as opportunities to practice virtue and develop wisdom. Through this experience, they might embody the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Growth can mean many things to different people. In its simplest form, growth refers to the process of developing or improving. It's the journey of becoming a better version of yourself, whether that's mentally, physically, or emotionally. We often associate growth with learning new skills, but it's also about developing resilience, expanding your mindset, and learning to adapt to new challenges. Imagine growth as a tree. It starts with a seed. That seed needs the right environment to sprout, grow, and thrive. Similarly, personal growth requires the right mindset, habits, and environment to succeed. But how do you begin this journey? What does it take to truly grow? The foundation of all growth is your mindset. According to psychologist Carol Dweck, people generally fall into 2 categories, those with a fixed mindset and those with a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence are static. You're either good at something or you're not. This type of thinking limits potential and discourages trying new things, as failure is often seen as proof of inadequacy. On the other hand, a growth mindset believes that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Challenges are seen as opportunities to learn, and failure is just another stepping stone on the path to mastery. With a growth mindset, the focus shifts from am I good enough to how can I improve? So, which mindset are you operating from? And more importantly, how can you start cultivating a growth mindset? Number 8, moving forward. Finally, they reach a stage of moving forward. With acceptance, reflection, and growth behind them, they find the strength to continue their journey. This stage is where they let go of the past and embrace the present, living according to the Stoic principle of focusing on the here and now. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Life is full of obstacles, but the key to success is learning how to keep moving forward. In this video, we'll dive into what it means to truly move forward, how to deal with setbacks, and how to build momentum toward a brighter future. Welcome to the Progress Path, where we guide you on your journey to move forward in life, no matter what obstacles you face. In today's video, we're exploring one of the most important skills you can develop, the ability to move forward. Whether you're recovering from a setback, dealing with unexpected challenges, or simply feeling stuck, the key to success lies in your ability to push ahead regardless of the circumstances. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools and motivation to keep moving forward, no matter what life throws your way. Moving forward isn't just about physical movement. It's about progress in every area of your life. It's about adapting, growing, and learning from every experience, whether it's a success or a failure. Moving forward means not getting stuck in the past, not being held back by fear, and constantly striving to be better than you were yesterday. When we talk about moving forward, we're referring to a mindset that refuses to be defeated by setbacks. It's the ability to pick yourself up, learn from your mistakes, and take that next step, no matter how small it may be. Remember, every step you take, no matter how slow, moves you closer to your goals. We all face setbacks. It could be a failed project, a lost job, or even a relationship that didn't work out. The important thing to understand is that setbacks are a natural part of life. They're not signs of failure. They're opportunities to grow. Without setbacks, there's no way to learn, improve, or find new ways to succeed. Think about some of the greatest inventors and leaders throughout history. Most, if not all, experienced failure and setbacks. The difference is that they didn't allow these obstacles to define them. They used setbacks as stepping stones to refine their approach and keep moving forward. So the next time you hit a roadblock, remind yourself, this is part of the journey. This is an opportunity to reassess, re-strategize, and get back on track. One of the most crucial aspects of moving forward is patience. Progress doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and persistence. There will be moments when it feels like nothing is happening, and that's okay. These are the moments when your patience will be tested, but they're also the moments that define your character. Persistence is key. The road to success is often long, and the ability to keep going even when things aren't easy is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. Moving forward is about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that the results will come in time. Moving forward is a journey, not a destination. It's about progress, growth, and resilience. By embracing setbacks, staying patient, and taking consistent action, you can achieve any goal you set your mind to. Remember, the only way to truly fail is to stop moving. So, when someone disappears, it stirs a complex range of emotions, from confusion to acceptance, and finally growth. While Stoicism doesn't stop these emotions from arising, it gives us the tools to navigate them with strength, wisdom, and peace of mind. If you've ever been on either side of this experience, remember that the Stoic approach teaches us to control what we can, our own thoughts and reactions. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts on how Stoic philosophy can help in these difficult situations. And as always, keep striving for inner peace and wisdom. Until next time, stay Stoic.